Hey everyone, I have actually been locked in on the computer since, I don't know, it's 1:35 now, and I have been locked in maybe since about 9, a little, honestly, before 9 a.m. Before 9 a.m. And I am just plugging away, and I'm so glad I took the time to invest in myself a bit by reading an article. It just totally shifted my mindset. Something that I'm always teaching dancers to do for their professional dance careers. And I'm so glad I did it because I have been making some tweaks. I am so excited to roll out some newness with my content. I am also getting prepared everything that I need for you guys as it relates to my new group coaching program, the Dance Career Coaching Collective. So I'm super excited about that. Also, I get these emails from The Dish, from Food and Wine, and I just love them. I don't know, I actually love popping up in my email and looking at these. I don't know how I started getting them. I get them like clockwork, and I think they're perfect. Another pretty exciting thing is that I made some of my favorite coffee this morning, Cafe Bustelo, and I have not had it in a few days, so it just tastes so good. Right now I have 2 different creamers that I have in rotation. It is Chobani, and I sort of exclusively switched to Chobani because it does not have all those additives. It's not a lot of sugar or added sugar, and they use real cream. But on my rotation right now is I think it's sweet cream and the pumpkin spice. But I actually have something to talk about. Oh my gosh, I don't know how many years ago it has been at this point, but I made a video about how to audition. And today I am going to do an updated video on how to audition. And I think you're gonna want to stick around for this one. So if you're anything like me, I'm sure you have heard a lot of different methods, a lot of different ideas and pieces of advice when it comes to auditioning. And while some of them, well, at least all of the audition advice I feel like I've gotten, like, just make sure you're visible, make sure you're in the front of the room, things like that, those are not bad. But as the goal of the Dance Career Coach, meaning my actual self, and this platform and this network that I've created, we are focused on building more visible, valuable artists and artists who can hone in on creating longevity for their careers. So we're not just going to be like, one-hit wonders, right? So what is the first thing you think about when it comes to auditioning? Even as someone who has, honestly, and I'm so grateful for this, by God's grace, has overcome the stigma and the sort of anxiety that can come when auditioning, that was the first thing that popped in my mind. You think of audition, you think of rigidity, right? I'll never forget when I went to audition for the A-League company. I forget what year it was, but there were so many people. It was packed wall to wall. I saw some of the dance dignitaries that I admire, and I can just remember me being on the far back wall pressed against, those beautiful windows, and it was so rigid. That kind of rigidity where the tendus are like, it was like that. Everyone had on this stoic face, and I was just living, because at the end of the day, the people at the front of the room, they're also human. So they want to see humanistic qualities. Spoiler alert, you don't have to try to be human because that's the way God made you. You're human, right? One second. If I had to give you one piece of advice that is sure to catapult you beyond nervousness, beyond feeling like no matter how the audition went, meaning no matter if you were, selected for the callback or if they wanted to give you if they wanted to give you a contract or not, this piece of advice can, keep you soaring. And guys, just know that when I tell y'all this stuff, it's for me too. Like, I'm not just trying to sit on my high horse like, yeah, let me tell you how to be the best dancer you can be. I've done these things. I walked through these things, and I've overcome specifically feeling like I was inadequate in dance, like I wanted to quit dancing, like I would never be good enough and my dreams couldn't come true, like I did not have confidence, like everyone else is better than me. No matter how hard I try, I can't get better. I have overcome all those things. So the number one way to audition to ensure your continued confidence and to ensure success, here it is, no matter the outcome. Because let's be honest, you can go into an audition, boom, you can just like mic drop and you know you did your best, right? And you don't get chosen. I've been in auditions, didn't get the call back, and I literally be flabbergasted. Like I just don't understand. Hi, actually, I need it in writing why you didn't choose me, because it doesn't make sense. Did you see me? Okay. Like that type of thing. And then we also have to give this balance, right? Because we have to know when we did not do our best. And so even to that, you can go into rooms feeling like you had not done your best, or you just messed up, or it was just like a really crappy day or a really crappy section in the audition, and get cast and get offered, right? So we just have to be honest with ourselves, also understanding dance politics. But I'm telling you, this is a fail-proof audition tactic. Here it is. How to audition. Number one, audition the way you train. Audition the way you train. Because here it is. You don't want to train with confidence, train with integrity. You know, if you're in college, you know, you're around the same people all the time. If you're in some sort of training program, you're around the same people, or you travel from genre to genre, class to class with your same, you know, cohort, right? You become familiar with people. Even if you're in graduate school, you become familiar with people, right? And so there's this relaxation that comes upon you. You know, your mind and your eyes open to greater exploration, which leads to inevitably greater artistry, right? So you want to take that same energy and bring it into the audition room. Because anything else is you cheating yourself and taking away an amazing experience from the people in the front of the room. And just in case you're asking, well, what experience could I possibly be taking from them? The experience of them being able to see you. Did it ever occur to you, you just may have exactly what this company needs? You just may have exactly what this project needs? It reminds me of Judith Jamison. Alvin Ailey said from his mouth that as he was looking at Judith, right, and this is when she was auditioning to be a dancer doing choreography from Donald McKayle for some movie, right? And out of her mouth, she was like, oh, you know, I bombed that audition. But here it is. Mr. Alvin Ailey was looking at her like, that's the girl. Long legs, the head shape, the feet, long feet. He was like, that's her. Can you imagine? But she's sitting there like, I feel so crazy. I've been there. I actually went to audition for Ailey again, even more recently. And there was a section that we were doing across the floor. And at some point I just felt weird. Like the orientation of the room, although I'd been in there like more than twice, it made me feel like a little wonky as far as like my squareness, where we're like going across the floor and I'm like doing shenanigans. But I was like, you know what, bump it. I'm going to kick against this and I'm going to do my thing. I did not get a call back, which made me be like, I'm like, what? But at the end of the day, I know I did a great job. Of course, it's Ailey. And so there was, which was surprising to me, a little moment where I was like, kind of that rigidity. And I had to, you know, like tone it down. And of course, I would have loved a chance to go across the floor, not across the floor, but to go to rep, right? I was like, I'm getting to rep this time. I'm getting to rep. And I didn't. But, you know, it's all good because it's going to spin the block, okay? It's going to spin the block. But we have to be confident enough in ourselves to show up to auditions and audition the way we train. Like, I'm not about to go into any audition and start being all like weird and spooky and like, yeah. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, these people want to see who they're working with. They want to see what it is that you have comprised from the time you knew, before you knew this audition was happening, to the moment you walked into there. Who are you? And I'm going to tell you something. You have to believe in yourself. So although I think it was maybe 4 or 5 years apart, I auditioned, for example, for the A-League company twice now, there is no doubt in my mind that I will work with the A-League company at some point. This has been a dream of mine since I was in middle school. So we're thinking about being truthful with ourselves. We're knowing who we are. We are accepting whatever comes as a result of these auditions as we're being truthful with ourselves. We are believing in ourselves and having faith that, you know what, I am a great dancer, but where I need to improve, I'm more than happy to dive into that. But never forget, the best way to audition, the number one tactic, a rule, key, cheat code to auditioning is to audition the way you train. And I'm gonna tell you this, if you somebody who does not train with integrity, or you somebody who like to play around, and you don't want to do that. You want to improve first, increase your mindset, develop a new mindset around that, and then go for it. But yes, guys, that's what I wanted to share with y'all. If you are not following me over on Instagram, if you are not a part of the Dance Career Coach community, please follow me at the Dance Career Coach. And make sure you head over to my website to take advantage of all of our amazing dancer resources. I had a dancer reach out to me last night and just tell me that, she's just so grateful. She loves my content and the resources. And I was like, look, babe, I do this for you guys. Like, I do it for you. Also, my course, Timeless Dance Gems, is now available. You can learn all about that at my Instagram and on my website. And then be on the lookout. Make sure you subscribe to my website, because I will be rolling out brand new information about my new group course. It's going to be amazing. All right, dancers, until next time, it's your girl. I love you, and I hope to one day work with you, see you, meet you, grab a coffee in New York or something. And I love you guys. All right, bye.